NDC ideology, any NPP ideology, and what is even the ideology? They are confused. Even as socialists, no one trying. And then the question they be able to one social intervention program. Mahama can were they able to even tell you the sort of Mahama can anything. Something anything. Oh, Sankwa will be free. Ukroma will free. Mahama can Ukroma will free.
Mahama can say a complimentary.
Opa for Mahama can cause Sankwari government hospital. Mahama can't Obama. You see, to recall Baba Jamal as ambassador to Nigeria, Emrebie ni Ghana say, be a parliamentary candidate. You can't remain an ambassador. Tell me.
You can't.
Which law?
We should look at parliament. What will qualify you as a parliamentarian? Wouldn't you mean?
No, meba.
Are two government positions?
Meba. Nyame adifo apapa edaso wo mai Ghana daso adifo apapa wo mai mu enokre mitako srane pa ofie na yura Mahmoud Bawumia adwuma na de we say politics are physical and is spiritual you move in spirituality aspect of it no ye ginyame dia me a Christian
yes
enti me ba bia ye bompaye de Obama akasa me yenko ne yenko bompaye a meko medi wachi because me jimpai body I was pray without season.
Yeah.
And you know, Papa, me that say any wakwanchire any wafutu mpaibo. Yami shaw. Obama, menchia anopaima menchia MPP phone na ni titiru. His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. MPP flag bearer for elections 2028. Na menchia the incoming first lady, ye mami Haji Samira Bawumia.
Okay.
The beautiful wife of Dr. Bawumia. Let me just have a bite on a few things. I mean, you're able to, especially in respect of, say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 2024 elections. One in common factor. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia outlining a very broad policy statement on how he intended to handle our energy sector as a whole. He spoke about PPP, public-private partnership. Say, on Dr. Bawumia, a campaigning was driven by the fact that we need to, as a mind, they will say empower private sector. No, they say that the business of government is not to do business. Government business, advanced economies. We are seeing manamaya or developing buying any private sector no and compete for a funding locally. Abai is there to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. So the business of government is not to do business.
Exactly.
As Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was very sure, and he was certain in his mind. So under his leadership, he was going to empower the private sector to lead our development agenda. Obekaya, okay, say why is it say Abaina was a budget, national budget, share amount of money are estimated for road constructions near the. Elsewhere, private people and a private sector no, it's media coin. No, the two about this so. The amount a number of years, I will tell you to the offsetting the bill. It's a buy no. Emma a buy to me then. A bonne bra. And then no, ya titra buying sa. Say will be pay a Gayakura, a Janan Biakra, say a buy name. Obi pay a Junsa, I may be a Junsa, yes, a buy name. On my intimate developers, who share your revenues are you making? Any expenditure. A buy no what's no. What government budget is very tight.
Exactly.
And you know, we need somebody who is always thinking outside the box. Because we've been doing this since the days of Adams. Omano Adruhin. Mahmoud Bawumia was bringing an innovative way. You never develop your mind and Abanso. And somewhere there, I don't know.
Masedna or Abam.
Or Abam as a vice president. He can advise. But the president, Akufo-Addo, has his vision. The vice president role, let's put on record a advisory role.
Okay.
At best, you can advise. The president can choose to take it or not to take it. Sankomo Obama, dear. People were Mahama can be that because he has been a vice president. Or say when you are a vice president, you are more or less like a ceremonial position. Mahmoud Bawumia, and then the Wama vice president position. Abaye BBA say Otewa as a Uajuma be also ye. But Baumiase say position that was once declared as ceremonial no. Oba Yenuamia who said the vice president also have capacity to contribute to nation development and national development. It's no okay no one so it is never true say one can okay PPP. We okay modernization and automation of energy sector no. To is under which sector? To
energy
is under which sector?
Say energy.
Energy. So you Mahmoud Bawumia say oh me the old version now uko read the manifesto version uko read no a summarized version no on the deba bontin no manifesto is a bulky document so they are summarizing it in our kinkai. You've not read the entire manifesto. The document is like this. No Obama, I mean the this version uko read here the main manifesto is like this. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekasai about the energy sector where Tor was mentioned. Tor was mentioned. He spoke about automation.
So he's talking about summarized version.
Of course, I don't know when I read it. And I know the entire manifesto. No, Obama, I know you agree with me
because you
share with the media the summarized version.
You cannot find everything in the summary. 2%
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia manifesto. I can give it to you. Go and read and you. Say how do I okay about the energy? Or he spoke about transition to greener energy. And I don't know EV. Electric vehicles, no
green transition.
Of course, say Ghana we over rely on petrol. Any other we are saying we need to preserve the environment. And you know, one the electric buses, metro mass, find a test drive.
Dr. Bawumia.
Dr. Bawumia. So what is my brother saying? Dr. Bawumia manifesto catered for every single problem or man we are faced with as a nation.
So you are sure, sir?
And you know that propaganda. I mean,
already EV buses and buy any decision. Idea.
I work with Metro Mass. Or no, as vice president, I suggest him and the boss. Say Ghana yen transit from green energy need to be from preserving environment. Now over reliance on petrol, need diesel no, and also politics.
Environment.
Yes, those only here. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and I'm kind being a vice president. There are a number of things I'll be proposing to a boss, the president, Obefa, Ebioha, Onfa. Obama, you are the host of the show.
Yeah.
Many I am Banana Yeshawunsawa. You bet me at the Adjunavas Obama from the best statistician Obama, Statia. If you have the best status, you call 1 round, a boom 15 minutes. Miss Wadana Unchemu, I also there be Unkumu. Finally, the Obekano and a final decision.
Yeah.
Because Yeshawunsawa.
Some way ceremony.
What you say? And you know, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Kasa Bebre about how he intended to improve both administration and operational activities in the energy sector. A part of it. So my brother cannot come and sit here and say NPP Nibia and it is never true. You have and yet to say you have appointed CEOs Bebre. You see, you know when this is for you understand one thing.
Yes.
Governance is continuous. It is only opportunity by more. Don't castigate or predecessor at all times. There are some decisions they might have taken but there are other decisions so take here about the proper agency man be do level adwa and never waba or tiswaba oba within 1 year they plan away you are oba when you show but you credit yourself but the airborne no there you are quick to say MPP near papa they also oba won't say oba policy intervention ben out there by policy even direction ben out there by say I don't know the resources but you are in government and you know every good thing will be credited in your name. Obama them can't say it is a munya opportunity now more kasa. You people should tone down. You should not be castigating the previous administration so badly as if say Oba na ground zero. And within 1 year, reasonably, no, Obia will show Obia will not even take you serious.
And until I may be saying,
what you say?
Oh, yeah, sure, said Mobile, not tall, Mobile, na senator, no,
exactly the point. People have started.
But he said it's 7 MDs. No more to me answer.
And that is not even the bone of contention here. I've not done a check on the number of MDs that were appointed at all. But I am saying, when you have the opportunity to be in government, you need to be mindful of some of the commentaries you run.
Okay.
Because I have listened to some agencies because within 1 year you are making profits. Say meanwhile, the two now are driving the businesses of that agency. No, what are they? Just a single are you to it? So how do you make profits? Are you telling me say Oba and Ananka BB anyone can be make profits when there's nothing for you to manage. So I'm saying, of course, areas our predecessors are managing here. You can only improve on it. But casting kind of there be any bastardizing or more we take over from them and good culture.
Okay.
It is not helping us as a country. Obama, the Ayawaso
5
issues. The Ayawaso issue. Obama, truth be told, politicians in Nigeria, we are guilty of it.
Right.
I'm being honest with you. Politicians in Nigeria, including His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
Is President Mahama telling us, on it, before only your papa contest one just mobia. Which politician can come and say all elections one just we are in this country NDC for national elections as you doing Ketiano for Sukwache. Obama, we saw it to the extent of pine ya brandy pan. Hanabisu elections. We saw what happened. Youth elections. We saw dollars in this Ghana ATRTC. Kept some of them a mabel bunker for ceremony. You see, when issues be bad, as a mind, we need to look at it say we a national in nature.
Right.
Our national character. And you know, our conversation on it, me, I will not come and sit here and play the ostrich and answer pretend. Say what we NDC Munkwana say and answer NDC na INT. But you see, the Office of Special Prosecutor,
yes,
were hypocrites.
Are they?
We're very hypocrites. In a sense, NPP abaya kwatono nanu ya 31st January. Me candidate is Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewini ye. Enne ewiase nyina ebo NPP abaso. Se yakoto aba delegates over 200,000 Obama. Pania kran to form. Ya to aba ni peacefully. And NDC asama ba na ye ka OSP person offer Kotiko abisu NPP be room.
Oh, somebody and
it's to about you know, you have to about 31st. And then it's saying, he was sleeping on the job. You see, that hypocrisy, we must condemn it. OSP is too hypocrite. That man, I say a waste on taxpayers' money. I'm telling you, that office is a complete waste.
Why is
the OSP office is a complete waste.
Why is he
Akufo-Addo intention or the buy and the creating that office was good, but the man manning the office is not up to the task.
Who appointed him?
It doesn't matter. The appointing authority might have seen something good in him. To me, manage to me. And that man continuously approve him. He's incompetent for the job.
Okay.
So what stops the current government from sacking him? I mean, that office was intended for a good it was created for a good purpose. But Papa ne ba panu at the end of Obama.
Yes, or the investigation about more primaries in the NDC.
Na sabi you have to about 31st. Utikroma ya omaimu haya unko babia. One timi ame raise issue bia. And now NDC for the abano. So he wants to make it political. About NPP NDC be one position. Now we neutralize the anamo not just NDC for that.
Okay.
The point I'm making is say yes, political parties are guilty of this, and I will not sit here and pretend. But NDC for no nyatwum yenti na na ba se krofo ka omde bebre o omo nyatwum wa na omo social democrats omo opposition they we are no omo come and NPP for waste scale and one primaries one delegate to timinya motorbike dollars yes secretary they were paying in dollars enyam na America me ba no parliament here Kesben o ka se baba jama campaign manager say yes sikane dey you know yetua ba nye nkwa na ma TV ada aspirants so be my motorbikes a bit to say. You see, why Baba Jama? Why Baba Jama? The question is why Baba Jama? Is it the only candidate that paid money?
So why?
Why Baba Jama?
Why he's not being targeted?
So Obasa,
all of them.
Elections. So if the action is to seeking to nullify the elections, who are you targeting? Is it not the president? And President Mahama, see another nyatrum yesem new. President Mahama, Baba Jama, High Commissioner to Nigeria. Automatically once na you so ba primaries no I want to Mahama discipline here Juma want to cause of fire no but want me on fire no Wababe win the prime minister, automatically, once Wababe candidate, he cannot continue to serve as a high commissioner and become a parliamentary candidate. And so automatically, the man was going to step down.
So the record
it is communist inferior taxes. No one out there.
Okay.
And now mine don't crop you be you. It means say, oh, that will be a sacro de Jono, Yera Mahama. Sa 1992 86 politics no. And then Ghana, Obia is sophisticated. Information is readily available for everybody. It's your agency of a crocodile de John. And then person, Cocoa for train, Medase. Taxi drivers a channel. I was working for so channel.
Medase. George Krobia Santin out and can say, good morning, Obama. It's about time we get developmental plan for a sustainable development rather than the unfulfilling manifesto of political parties who present to us. Tennis clothing, Nedia Banano. Way so at the end and all say I agree with you, Krobia. All the politicians are guilty, but when do we solve this problem? Or say I agreed with you yesterday about Ghanaians accepting gifts to vote, and today the two parties seem to agree that they are all corporate, but they are not alone. We Ghanaians must change our mindset on accepting gifts even at polling stations. Nedia odi abano dan so message or say or enyuresi and what about say good morning director mechia ye pa the message odi abano yes or say we have I sing here for I think Kokom na Kokom was say I'm watching you live from Kokom. Tell them that if TOR is working, how many people have they employed? Yes. NDC and Frakada. Kwablavi Edifipokuase Benghazi or say vote buying in Ayawaso is primary election. Why should contenders buy vote? If a contender buy vote, it means he or she knows the people of the electoral area don't like him. That's why he's buying the votes. Greetings to Honorable Dalali Sewepo, Chairman Eric K. and Ousu of Asofa. Messages are omode abanono. Right. Yambo the final wait the yanko 2 minutes be na yan wrap up. Gordon.
We have not done a lot into bringing back TOR.
Okay.
It may be the same facilities,
49,
but about how innovative you be. And let me tell you one thing. Before you be bano, now management have always written to board and MD and deputy MD of previous administration.
Right.
Say or more extend the loading time. Because him say the loading, started time started you Juma 7. You pon 4:30 and almost on my pon.
Right.
But you see a lot of tankers being packed ready to load. Until you obetimi atura koma MPA or regulator.
Yes.
And request for an extension of time. And the more time loading, the more car we then.
Okay.
But all the whole 8 years, the MDs rejected that proposal. And now me know kasi. The new management has written to MPA. I'm MPA, I'm my extension of time. Until then, instead of say about 4:30, say you share tankers in the we are able to even extend to 11 p.m.
Okay.
So this is being innovative. And a man let me tell you, at a point in time, and the NPP, Obama, they needed to sell a BDC's product, our best store, to be able to pay workers. And the sad debt is in our books that we are paying. With the same facilities. Because a new administration buyer, Yembo, Busia even 1 city. There is no man that ain't in Chiakaye. Because there was no turnaround maintenance when we came. The new management never constituted turnaround maintenance committee. In August last year, funded them, and in 3 months, I'm going to bring it back CDU.
Wow.
So anybody who will tell you that a lot has not gone into it, can't so name the okay.
Okay.
2, Obama. Probably a person and say, Sankomu Rinia, they would have sold TOR. And then you because 2023, NPP attempted. Oh, don't worry, I will explain to you why. NPP attempted to sell TOR.
2 minutes now.
And the then Attorney General and OSP raised red flag on issues of corruption and a lot of demonstrations are massive. So Obama Kachila will say, Claudia Kachila will say, indeed, government business is not to do business. That means omo believe in private businesses.
Okay.
That is why they wanted to sell Tor. In Ghana for to Obama NPP, they would have sold Tor. Because NPP ideology is that government is not supposed to do business, but rather private sector.
Okay.
My last point, Obama. Obama. My last point. Oh, don't worry, Mamikasa. Obama. You see, to recall Baba Jamal as ambassador to Nigeria, Emrebie ni Ghana say, be a parliamentary candidate. You can't remain an ambassador. Tell me.
You can't.
Which law?
We should look at parliament. What will qualify you as a parliamentarian? Wouldn't you mean?
No, meba.
Are two government positions?
Meba. There is one thing being an MP and being a candidate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Me see. There is no law I say who a candidate. You can't be an ambassador.
Oh, so
And, Oh, sorry, and then I'm on the phone. Because under MPP, candidate of MPP were board members, yes or no? They were board members. So, say, who make impression as if say,
okay,
a must say be a candidate. You need to resign. It is not true because no law bars any government. It is a decision. It is a John Mahama. Eric Collina, and Nyakro the John, because he could have also said, say, you are a candidate, yet to be an MP, so you could still be an ambassador. But it is to punish him because of the allegation that were leveled against him. So,
Gordon,
but I'm 5 minutes. No time.
4 minutes.
4 minutes, fine. First of all, let me tell you, we learn from good practices.
Right.
And I reference all over the world. I'm an amaya oma develop no matumpo a private sector and a driver the economy of those countries. Obama dem can say he should not keep himself in the dark days. Modernization. Oh, I didn't interject. Obama. But then they say if we are seeing now a proven Amanamaya develop an advanced economies like the US, the Japan, the China, the UK, a private sector, and they drive the national economy.
Okay.
Empower the private sector. The government is there to create an enabling or conducive atmosphere for businesses to thrive. Okay. And that is the best practice. And look at Again, the person may catch me and say NDC ideology, any MPP ideology, and what is even the ideology? They are confused. Even as socialists, no one trying. And any question they be able to one social intervention program. Mahama can were they able to even tell you the sort of Mahama can what is Mahama care? How many people are benefiting from the Mahama care compared with national health insurance policy?
Have you accessed it?
Mahama care in the she knew Mahama care. Oh, Mahama can did Obama, maybe you as a journalist, the Mahama care is a source of funding. How they intend to sustain that policy.
I think they have put that one out.
Obama Wabi soon to be lawyer. So they have put it out for him. Source of funding for him. Ajumara source of funding. You see, mistakes of yesterday cannot be justified to be right today. Yakofa NAPCO buy because NAPCO sustainable source of funding. NAPCO and Timmy, even though it was a good a stopgap initiative. People say one single source of funding. How they intend to sustain it? Obama, how they intend to sustain it? Mention it as a journalist. Mahama is just on a policy launching spree. Or that's what we are now about launching policy back. Mahama is on a policy launching spree. Or that's what we are now about launching policy back without even thinking deep into some policy no debanum. How does he intend to even sustain it? And no for home. Everything Mahama is doing is for cameras. The NDC current government, everything is for PR gimmick and it's for cameras.
Okay.
Obelanchi we are no akwadashi fan hu bi. Hey, 24-hour economy na wahin. Away, Mibusaw, and the 24-hour economy no. And then they hang.
Oma pass a bill.
Ajegon. 24-hour economy ajegon.
But now will come Mahama Ken.
Mahama Ken land.
I mean him say yeah.
Source of funding or minim chireme. You can educate me on it.
HIS levy.
Away.
Portion ekom.
Away.
Omo a government allocation and you 2.3
government allocation. It took us Sanko to say, and the parliament was Sanko no. Only be a friend Mahama. A good government policy must be a policy that will benefit the whole country. A good government policy. Every free SHS by Oko Sankorian. Akwala Oko School was Sankori Senior High School. You enjoy free senior high school. Yeah, the National Health Insurance by here. Oko Mikrobu Chapiasia. Akwa Chapiasi enjoy National Health Insurance. Yeah, the Metro Mass by here. Oko Samna Boy, Samna Boy for enjoy Metro Mass. And no good government policy. Everybody will benefit from it. And this is what government a crocodile the joint government. A 419 government. This is your sustainable source of funding. Source oh, Sanko will be free. Ukroma will free. Mahama Kano, Ukroma will free.
Mahama Kano, say a compliment.
Opa for Mahama Kano, Sanko government hospital. Mahama Kenti, Obama.
Sure. Boss, Mosso, a refinery, the same amount for Bomabasopa.
Yeah, sure.
Timuku mu produce oil.
Oh, still, you produce oil.
A day, Mutimia produce.
You produce 28,000 barrels
a day.
Yeah, per stream day.
But before some Babana said I'm producing.
No, it wasn't working.
Wow.
It wasn't working. And actually the plant is in two folds. There was the CDU, crude distillation unit, and there was RFCC. So the CDU, actually installed to produce 28,000. And RFCC now Amayetime produce 45,000.
Okay.
So currently CDU you are bringing it back to operation.
Okay.
Because untimi and so RFCC na CDU because the byproduct, the residue from CDU and the feed RFCC so obviously you must first operate the CDU before you can bring the RFCC to stream. Until now CDU RFCC so TAM, which is turnaround maintenance work, has also begun on it to bring it to life. Until they say no so ebe kanwa, they will move to 45,000. But there will be a friend of furnace. Furnace also boy in increasing the refinery capacity. Now me know can say operating only one furnace, which is F1. But you have another furnace which is F61. We are only left to commission. Now you tie in with the existing furnace. It is two furnaces eba on streamer. And also Buama Yetimi add movie to about 60,000 barrels per stream day. And on your train. The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the recommissioning of the CDU. No, the tie-in of the F61 to the F1 together with the CDU machine. Said they are able to me a movie from the 28,000 to 45, and the medium-term plan is a bit me movie 60,000 barrels per stream day, and 2026 target for the refinery. So as a we will begin 100,000 refinery. Should I say? We want to bring a new refinery. Yes, we want to add up a new refinery to what we have now. And that one will have a capacity to produce 100,000 barrels per stream day, which is part of 2026 budget. So hopefully. You better share that project now say this year. So far so good. Thank you. There is just one thing that we must all know. There is nothing impossible under the sun. There is leadership. And it is leadership that Thor lacked for the past 8 years during the previous administration. And that leadership today has been restored. And that is why today you see Thor shining. No, but how can you have 7 MDs in 8 years and none couldn't bring the refinery back to operation? Then you have somebody come less than 1 year. Now we timid the refinery not back to operation. You should know it's an issue of lack of leadership. And I'll call refinery. Everybody will tell you. Even the board that they had, they were almost fighting each other. So there was no sense of purpose. There was no sense of direction. There was no political will. Obama here, Krobia Wahanum. Ni wo NPP manifesto for 2024. I think page 174, I stand to be corrected, under energy, there was nowhere NPP mentioned Tema Oil Refinery as part of either upstream or midstream or downstream petroleum sector, how they were going to bring the refinery back.
I see.
Aside that, there was no person in NPP or Gina Simpies, because when you say sometimes, Obama, you are judged either by your manifesto or by Niama Ujina Simpies or anything. None, not even the least person in NPP, and a Gina Simpies in 2024, part of the campaign. Actually, Ghana said they had Tor at heart when they are being voted back or to power again, they were going to do A, B, C, D to bring back the refinery.
Okay.
But at least His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, time without number, and I mean, oh yeah, who video no, who audio no, consistently catch it and say enough is enough. All must work again.
Okay.
So it is on record that the only party that thought about Tor and had planned to bring back Tor from its inactivity was NDC. And truly, we have walked our talk.
Right. Ayawaso East.
Obama, Maminchia, Minya Krobia, even though in opposition, he is looking good. Because it's kind of more etintam ko, you know. Omo ending ye.
Debbie. Masika na motawe.
Osame si omo tna that sika etam ko enye ni na na ekro no.
The legitimate money awa
me I don't want to expatiate on that. But sika na omo tintam ko ye no. Ogusu enjoy. Obama, on the issue of Ayawaso East. One, Mamenda Electoral Commission ase.
Yeah.
Mamenda the Ghana Police Service ase. For a yeoman's job they did last Saturday. However, I condemn the activities ye on social media. Mintina ha enson son. If indeed allegation yenina ye nature or radio, sucha or TV, sucha or social media is something to go by. Now the committee I set it report ebane indicates that truly what we saw are facts and not just an allegation. I continue to condemn it, and it is something it is now together NPP, NDC, yembra together to condemn it. Martin Crawford Moka said when the campaign on Maska, it is true. Obama, yenina including Krobiotia. Anytime bia yebeba from any election bia sika ebe exchange hands bia no, we sit and condemn it. Yes or no?
We condemn.
We sit and condemn it. Yes or no?
We do.
It is so be no be ya. We must get to a point and say that enough is enough. Inti enfa only the oye and endra and the oye and endra. But if a party like NDC, for the first time since 1992, I mean many a free year, party biya co-election vote buying happen. But yenya party biya president biya to be bold the way John Dramani Mahama has been bold on this matter. So I take this opportunity to commend His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for being bold and ready to set a good pace. Said at least it will serve as a deterrent, because for nothing at all, even though a allegation, you recall Baba Jamal from the mission as the ambassador to Nigeria. And I'm a boy. Me know say party a constitute a committee to delve deep into the allegations. And I think it is fair because they didn't judge him, or they didn't judge anybody that took part in the election.
Okay.
And into the Master Committee, who are aware, say the Constitution requires that question judicial bodies exercising such powers should be fair and candid,
Exactly.
and they must listen to both sides. And that is exactly what the committee committee yamfre ochi enja adwa. One more contest has gone before the committee. Into many crobia as NDC MPP, we have been leading this country since 1992. When yet the time for somebody to want to score political point.
Right.
Young condemn act no, because NDC we are victims, MPP they are victims. NPP former national chairman Freddie Blay okwa election one checkers even though ne entimi an checkers ni nyina o checkers ni bi anameboa ye betena ha e condemn ye this NPP ni in there wants to behave like the ostrich, then they hear me one because we all don't have the moral right to single out anybody. However, my point is that Mumma Yembra together. Na step a binding the NDC taking. When we join forces, it will be the beginning of the end of vote buying.
Right.
What can I say? Mattis and Crawford so Ekasa as if party no and now the majority are single out Baba Jamal and they have taken him on. It is not true. Obama.
Yes.
Me will letter majority a release here.
Yeah.
Can letter no from A to Z. Actually, me baby I bo Baba Jamal dinwom. And let me read for you specifically paragraph 3.1 and 2. One say, suggestion say that the primary of the NDC organized in Ayawaso West and Ayawaso East constituency be annulled immediately. The essay say majority is a whole arm of the NDC.
Yes.
So they have an opinion.
Yes.
As for opinion, nobody can gag them.
They can
not to share their opinion.
Exactly.
So in their wisdom, no feel say we no more kukuregun krata so their party no. It doesn't mean say party no is going to take what omodiama or no hook, line and sinker.
Yes.
That is their view. So when people are chastising the majority, for me, I have a reservation on that because a whole one of the big arms which nobody can gag them from sharing their opinion or giving suggestions. So this is a suggestion.
Yeah.
Almost to say primary snake course no. Say indeed we be born here course let's annul it.
Yes.
Point 2 ni say that any candidate who participated in the said primaries and has been established. The point is has been established. The Chinese say committee in the report ebe there say indeed unethical activity be a course
right.
Has been established to have engaged in this unethical conduct, be banned from participating in the subsequent primaries after annulment of the decision.
So it's not only Baba.
Any Baba Jamal. Into Amuka say, the committee in the report in the day, the say, Obi indeed, I engage in that unethical behavior because point 1 they said they should annul it. So I agree some be annul it. That person are findings no should be banned from participating in the new primaries. And their friends to say, Andra, no your candidate in that election was called and were made available to ask to answer questions before the committee. Baba Jaman Obi or contested be a Kobe. The next point also is that okay, General Secretary statement in so and also baby be new obo Baba Jamal din and now obo Kunafu ni din and now obo former chairman ni din.
Right.
Somebody should point to me where in any of those two letters almost specifically ebo obi din say mo bua no kun for, because parliament cannot do that because omunim say until say obetie nipa na sem no the rule of natural justice no you cannot pass judgment.
Right.
But omunim say committee has been set until this is their suggestion to the committee.
Yeah.
The general secretary also being a former parliamentarian so any mumrano into okukru nsemegu nkrat aso no he chose his words carefully. And the point also is that because NDC believe in fairness and the rule of justice no first committee I was set here, not majority leader and then chair of the committee.
Yeah.
But immediately a majority letter no ebaye no, then we need to take him off the committee because what it means is that ne koko say majority no a position.
I'm take your stance.
I'm take his stand. It is or remaining chairman of the committee it can prejudice the outcome of the committee's report.
Exactly.
In other words, he has to recuse himself. And the party, every issue of public notice, every place with Honorable Totobi Kwakye. So in all this, sorry. You need to say it.
Right.
So in all this, the American answer one, I condemn the act. Two, nobody can score political point on this because NDC, NPP, they are victims.
Okay.
Andrew video be beto egwa. NPP call mo primaries. Brian Champo no ye candidate. Eshia delegates and your catcher yen say 2023 primaries. Alhaji Bawumia didn't spend a single dime in Eastern region. Ono le supporting no. And obisa delegates ni say dollars na ye chair ye no. Munya saying. So even to an extent they shared dollars in their last primaries before the recent one.
And your good practice.
Into the American say yeni na ye falling victims. Into together say yenya party any aban bia we're taking the bull by the horn because it is not easy. Bear in mind.
Bull by the horn say you want to stop it and now.
Yes, we want to stop it.
You are playing to the
No, we want to stop it because here Baba Jamal and yes small fish in NDC. Say ye mia Obibeka say because me powerful. Baba Jamal is one of the great guys we are always proud of.
Okay.
It is Onumpo and the Yetimi taking that action on him. First, recalling him as the ambassador. Two, with him and his people meeting the committee. The American say, let us together commend the government and the party NDC. Let them bring together NDC MPP because club I mean so obeko next election, national election. So many no kai and tuma boom. Let me stopping in there. We will go to an election and genuinely delegate will vote for people who have the parties at heart, not the person who pays more than the other.
Right.
So today we can hide and say because of politics in Tinu, let's win point here, let's win point here. I will contest for an election. So I am very keen in making sure say even though say it is not to induce or change the people's mind from choosing the right person, but rather going for money.
Thank you very much. Godwin Mahama Ayaba, a corporate affairs officer for Tema Oil Refinery. And I'll tell you on Ayawa so East. Krobia, Krobia Kwaba. Yes, Niame Koyi Maupa. Miza Papa Moakwanta, the Ozene Bano Precope.
I say, you didn't want to Chidiam Posafi Wasson. I didn't know Dibuano.
Yes,
na ewieni
no cray.
Ano pa me tia me papa. Ofre me de my golden son. And I'm also my friend special father.
Yeah.
Eti me papa mu akwata de nyame hira no.
Amen.
Na onko so a entrepreneurship.